Hello, very good morning to you. This is Kakaki Social. Welcome and thank you so much for joining us again today. I'm Rena Obozeghie. Now, in what looks like a fulfillment of the prophecy by Garuba Shehu and aide to former President Muhammadu Buhari that Nigerians will miss his principle when he leaves office, some Nigerians on social media have started missing him. Maybe they've low-key been missing him, but they finally let go of their ego, if that was the case on Tuesday, to let him know how great he was. Their expression is in reaction to the latest adjustment in the pump price of petrol. It was raised from 537 naira per litre to 670 naira per litre at some filling stations operated by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited. Independent oil marketers have definitely followed suit, some of them, of course, and have told Nigerians that the NNPCL is responsible. I mean, just within 49 days in office, from 240 or so to 617. Wahoo! Professor Elvis says, Daddy, we miss you, attaching a picture of Buhari. Please come back. This renewed shege of fuel price hike has finished us. I miss Buhari. Unfortunately, except the constitution is amended, he will never come back. Then Prosper says, no pain, no gain. What has Nigerians gained from the long period of unending pains? Also reacting to this is Pastor Okezie, who says, let's tell ourselves the bitter truth. The price of PMS will keep rising or remain like this. It is now a deregulated market because subsidy is gone, and we may never get back to the old days of buying it for 65 naira or 180 naira. What is next is not to promote propaganda or agenda against the government, but to promote a wider awareness of the reality on ground and adjust accordingly. Painful, but necessary. For Momo, someone tweeted, said, let's protest, and he was calling for protests against the development. And he says, when fuel price gets to 800 naira and naira gets to 1,000 per dollar, then I will consider joining or leading protests. But I'm good for now. Life is too sweet now, I beg. And then also reacting to this, a 2012, January 12 also, post of Bashir Ahmad, when he was reacting to Occupy INEC by the former president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, when there was also increase in fuel price. So he had tweeted that hashtag Occupy Nigeria, 65 naira, or continue protest, not peaceful, and then civil war. Then yesterday he was reminded about this when he went to his Facebook account to tweet this after he wrote in Hausa. He then interpreted that let's not focus more on the cost of daily utensils. Rather, focus more on praying to God to guide us on our daily basis. Amen, amen, amen. And people were like, why did you not say this prayer the last time this happened? And why are you trying to lead us in prayer right now? They are saying, we don't want prayers. We want you to initiate protest that is not peaceful, that may likely lead to civil war, as you did in 2012. But let's see. More reactions to this is coming from Olade For You, who attached this picture of 140 naira when it was increased, and he says the protest was like, it looks more like 419. So he's saying that to all those who partook in this protest that year, bury your head in shame if you can't lead another one now. Different people with their stomach infrastructure, too bad. Now, away from that, the U.S. State Department and Federal Bureau of Investigation says that they will not provide Nigeria's President Tinubu criminal cases to the public until it's 2026 because of unusual circumstances. This is coming as a reaction to the request made by an American public disclosure activist, Aaron Grispan, who filed a request to the FBI, State Department, Department of Treasury, and Drug Enforcement Administration, among federal and local agencies, seeking an urgent release of Tinubu's immigration and criminal records. Well, a civil lawsuit has now been filed over the matter in the U.S. to show cause why records relating to Tinubu are deemed unusual and inconsequential to be released to the public. I mean, after all of that. Let's now see how it went down. This user says we can't release Tinubu criminal cases, quoting a part of it now, and he asks, did you read that? Criminal cases. That means FBI is admitting that he has criminal cases in the US, and he says Otilo. For Arewa Chick, he says, let them give us tangible reason why they can't release it. There should be some form of explanation to this. Are we really going to get this? Chimeka says they confirmed but can't release proof yet till 2026. Isn't that helping him stay in power? And last reaction to this is Netflix recommended, and he says the US doesn't want to be seen to have directly influenced the court's decision. Smart move, he says. Now, after public criticism of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's plan to pay 8,000 naira monthly to 12 million households for 6 months, he has decided to give details of the palliative package meant to cushion the effect of fuel subsidy removal. His special assistant on communication, Dele Alake, explained that the cash program was not the only item in his relief package for Nigerians, and he also disclosed that the immediate release of fertilizers and grains to approximately 50 million farmers and households in all the 36 states and also in the FCT are all out for grab. Now to our next story, DSS on IPOB. Now, just like the INEC official account that liked a post against Peter Obi that says that called him an opportunist that was taking advantage of the people to run for presidency, DSS has tweeted on its official account, linking Emefiele to IPOB. So yesterday, so people are wondering, okay, they understood to an extent that it is possible that the handler did not remember to switch account before he made the post. It was made at about 12:50 p.m. yesterday, and in fact, I checked on set. I had to ask for my phone to be sure that they had not deleted the tweet. So about 20 hours after, they are yet to delete the tweet. What did he say? They tweeted on their official account yesterday, and it says, charge and bail over zealous, uninformed IPOB ESN lawyer Maxwell Okpara mobilizes other like-minded lawyers against DGS's futile effort. Well, Nigerians beware, this is in bad faith, transferred aggression. And they continue to say a Biafran Republic agitator and outlawed IPOB counsel defending the suspended CBN governor. Is IPOB defending one of theirs? What a contradiction. What's the connection? Is someone telling us something? May Maxwell be properly educated on point of law, please. This is what the DSS, like DSS that you know, tweeted on its official account yesterday, and they are yet to delete it, when even people gave them the benefit of the doubt that it was possibly a mistake by the handler. But here we go. Let's see some reactions to this. From Nero, it says, this is disgraceful coming from the most respected and prestigious intelligence agency in Nigeria. Just when you think this APC-led government cannot go any lower, they plunge into new debts. For Royal, he said, obvious for the world to see the true identity of those handling our security outfits. How on earth would one responsibly expect insecurities to end in Nigeria? This is a pure case of hatred against a section of this country. DSS is a Nigerian government-funded agency. For Ayodeji, it says, IPOB apologists attacking our prestigious DSS. Shame on you all. Criminals should be prosecuted. Well done, Joe, super agent, upholding the unity of our beloved country. And more reaction is coming from Mr. Humphrey, who says, shame would allow you people to delete this trash. Anyways, there was a cut. There is this assumption that probably, as I said, that the user forgot, or it's a mistake, or there is the account was hacked, if that is what they are coming to say later on. But their access to conventional media, to mainstream, is it also hacked? Why don't we have a statement yet saying that, oh, that was hacked and we are making effort to recover the page? Well, let's see what happens. And a 25-year-old man, Meshak Isunogo, also known as Big Shaq, has confessed after absconding with 55 million Mercedes-Benz SUV during a test drive in Abuja. According to him, he's not a car thief. He only drove it from Abuja to Delta State without the owner's knowledge. One would wonder what's the difference though. And he claims that he decided to quickly test drive it when the dealer who sat in the passenger seat did not return for about 3 hours after going to get cash to buy fuel at a filling station. He said he got angry with the seller when he saw a picture of himself on the internet being called a thief, and he decided to turn off the phone number the seller has before he was eventually arrested in Benin, the Edo State capital. He's blaming the vendor also for not handling the matter well. Let's see part of what he said yesterday. He said, I waited for his return for 3 hours, but he was nowhere to be found, and I was already causing a queue at the filling station. I called his line several times, but it was switched off. It was already dusk, so I drove to my residence at almost 8 p.m., residence in Abuja. He said my phone had gone flat then, so I charged it when I got home and called him again. His line was switched off. That's the dealer's line. He said the following day, I drove down to Delta for a business. That same day, I saw my picture that he posted on the internet calling me a car thief. His call also came in and he told me he had informed the police and they were tracking the car. This made me to be mad at him. It was crazy. I switched off my line known to him and I started using my other line. And finally, he said, I didn't steal the car. I only drove it from Abuja to Delta. If I were the car dealer, I would just look for a way to get the car back. And he says that would work. You know the area, you know where if you carry car, you decided to not drive from Abuja to Delta State. Well, let's see. Jay says from Abuja to Delta, which kind of test drive is that? So no police, military, or any security forces checkpoint for road. Our security system needs to be questioned. Now, wow, shaking my head. For Chigold, it says, longest test drive-a-thon. Guinness World Record should take note. Yeah, we have another record here. Indispensable says, testing to see if the car can travel into states. Oh, well. And Ifeanyi says, did the car seller tell him the distance he can drive to? I think lawyer Sabidos and Lai can handle this case for him. Definitely on a lighter note there. So let's see what happens. There is a new way. Good morning, Adora. So you can decide to test the car you are interested in across Nigeria just to be sure that it's something you really want.
They just increased fuel price. People are groaning. I don't want to be laughing because I'm imagining if the fuel price had gone up and he had done that, what did he call it, test drive-a-thon?
Yes.
I mean, what kind of test drive is that? A lot of people would ask. I mean, it's way more than test driving.
Yeah, he said he didn't steal it. He only drove it without the knowledge of the car owner. And what difference does it make? Okay, his number wasn't connecting anymore, but you went to the dealer shop to get the car. So you missed your... Is it that you can't trace your way back there?
To the dealer shop?
Yes, and you decided to drive the car outside of the state. Wow.
All right, well, let's see how that goes. He's been arrested. Thank you so much, Rena, for that. Thank you. Well, that will be all for social media. Now, I will take a quick break and we'll come back. We'll continue with our conversation.